You're listening to Girls Get Fundable podcast. I'm Josette Fleury, and I'll be your host, founder and CEO of Securing My Gems, and my mission is to #start business credit. On this pod, we build a community helping female entrepreneurs start a business, build business credit, and scale to business funding. Whether just getting started or already have an established business, this pod will drop gems, bringing tips and strategies from experts teaching how to start, build, and scale your business, and Lady J Chats, episodes full of my own actionable steps on business credit to help you on your journey. If you're feeling stuck and do not know where to begin and need more personalized guidance, I am here for you. In every episode, you'll find a link to book a free consultation. You can find the link easily in the show notes. This free consultation will help us decide if my VIP Day Intensive is right for you. If it is, we'll get started. If it isn't, I might suggest one of my immediately available Girl Get Fundable Acceleration course, my business credit Trello board, or my ebook Journey to 850. You can find all the deets on josettefleury.net. It's so exciting, and I'm so glad you're here. Let's jump right into today's episode. Hello again. Thank you for joining me. I am so glad that you're here. In today's episode, we're going to talk about how to build business credit fast and the 10 best ways. Now, let me tell you, when I was building business credit not too long ago, but it was basically at the beginning of my entrepreneur journey, it was not something that I understood correctly. It was not something that I understood how to. And I am so glad that I invested time and invested in getting the type of coaching and also the type of guidance in order for me to have done this correctly. Right? So I want you to be able to walk away from today's episode knowing exactly what 10 steps that you can take or that you can use as a checklist in order for you to build your business credit fast. However, it also relates to how your business is structured. Okay. Now, let me just tell you, when you hear the title, How to Build Business Credit Fast, you're probably thinking, oh man, this is something that could happen overnight or something that could happen within a week. Well, not exactly. You can start on the same day that you decide. You could definitely start within the same week. However, building business credit is definitely one of those things where it can take time. Now, I know that seems like an oxymoron because here I am saying how to build business credit fast, but now I'm saying that it actually takes time. Well, there are things that you can do in order to jumpstart it, right? In order for it to be on a fast track. However, there are steps and tiers and, pretty much the type of things that you need to do step by step, the strategies that are in place, you need to follow them in order for you to build your business credit correctly. And now let me tell you something else. There are 2 ways that you can build business credit. Okay. And I know that's probably going to be a topic for another day, but I'm just going to say it very quickly. And then I'm going to move off of that. You can build business credit non-PG, which is non-personal guarantee. And then you can build business credit with PG, which would be personal guaranteeing the credit lines that you apply for. So there are 2 ways that you can do this. And those 2 ways is all based on your status. Now, if your credit is in good shape, then go ahead if you feel and wish to personal guarantee. I wouldn't recommend it, but sometimes it can actually come in handy in order for you to leverage your credit. However, I would say with no personal guarantee, okay, building your business credit with no personal guarantee separates you from the business, the expenses, the actual entity, whatever it is that you have in your business name would actually be a liability of the business, of the company. So in case, let's just say your business defaults, it's not you and your personal matters that are defaulting, but it's the business defaulting on its own. So that is why it is important for you to understand how to build business credit fast. What are the 10 ways in order to do that? But also to understand what it means to personal guarantee and non-personal guarantee. Again, we'll talk about this on another day. I'll definitely save that topic for us so that we can understand what personal guarantee and non-personal guarantee is. And if you do understand, we can talk further about it and, get a, definitely be on the same, understanding of what those are. So today, let's talk about the 10 best ways in order for you to build business credit fast. Number one, okay, and make sure you're writing this down. Make sure, and if you're driving or cooking or doing something else, no problem. Save this episode so that way you can be able to go back to it. So that way you can make sure that this checklist or this, step-by-step guide is actually leading you in the right direction for your own business. Register your business entity. So now I'm hoping that you in the audience, okay, and just like myself, have already filed for a business either as an LLC, as an S Corp, or as a corporation. Okay. Now, also as a nonprofit, those the nonprofit organizations could actually build business credit as well. Okay. So in case you didn't know that, or in case you needed to be reminded of that. So building business credit starts with having a business entity. You must do that. You must file with the Secretary of State where you reside. You must be on notice. Okay. That means that you've made it very clear that you have this business. Your name is on there, as well as you have other, information that's public. Okay. Once you have a business, they know who you are now. So you definitely have to file for a business entity. Number two, right after being approved for your business entity from the Secretary of State, you need to obtain an EIN number, which is simply getting it from the IRS. Okay. It's free. Go ahead and do that. So that way you can have what is considered the Social Security number for your business. Okay. So just like when we were born, we were given a Social Security number, right? And so each of us have our Social Security number, but guess what? We have that Social Security number from when we were born and given it to us and until we expire, right? But with your business and or businesses, each of them have its own separate EIN number. So therefore you could build business credit on each of them as well. Okay. So getting an EIN number is essential. It's number two. Number three, opening a business banking account. And I'm going to say this again, the top three. Number three, opening a business banking account. Crucial, very important. Why? Because when you have this business banking account, you can keep your expenses separate. Your personal on one side, your business on the other. That's how to do it. Okay. In order for you to build that business credit fast, you want to have a business checking account, because that way companies and bankers and lenders, they want to start seeing how you're actually transferring and or depositing your profits or revenue in and out of your bank account, as well as you want to build relationships with these banks, right? You want to be able to have relationships that will last and that can get you the funding that you need in no time. Okay. So number four, establish a business address and phone number. So again, if we're looking at the top five, in this case, we're looking at a list of 10, definitely want to have a professional business address and phone number. Now it gets a little tricky. Sometimes people think, okay, business address, well, you can have a virtual address or you can use your home address. At this point, really, all that really matters is that in order for you to understand how to keep things separate and keep your personal separate from your business, you want to have it look like on paper, your business look like a big business. And in order for that to happen, you have to keep things business-like and professional. And so I highly recommend and strongly recommend that your business address is a virtual address or a business address that looks like a brick and mortar. Okay. Now, again, you can start off with a home address, especially there are home businesses that really are home based, right? So daycare and other businesses that are home based. However, even in that case, you want to have a separate address where your mail and other things are going. So that way, when you are ready to apply for these trade lines, they could see that, okay, you are not actually just, using your regular home address in order to do business. Some will give you trade lines and others will not. Another thing, using your home address also means that it's public information. So remember when you have to register for your business entity, which was step number 1, well, guess what? If you are using your home address, that information will be public information. Okay. You may not want any and everyone popping at your door, coming up and knocking on your door. And, because of the fact that they saw it on the public, website. So keep that in mind as well. In terms of business phone number, same thing. You want to be able to use a phone number that is specifically and strictly for your business. Step number 5, apply for a business DUNS number. Now, when we say DUNS number, and when I say we, I'm referring to business credit specialists, business credit coaches. When we say DUNS number, we're referring to Duns and Bradstreet, which is actually one of the 3 major business credit agencies or business credit bureaus. So a DUNS number is basically issued from Duns and Bradstreet in order for you to be able to go ahead and build your business reports or filings and have some kind of rapport with the Duns and Bradstreet. You need to have a DUNS number. Okay, so that's step number 5. Now, step number 6, open trade lines with your suppliers. And what that actually means is being able to start with the net 30 vendors. Because once you've gone through steps 1 through 5, register your business entity, get an employer identification number, which is your EIN, opening a business bank account, establish a business address and phone number, apply for business DUNS number, you are ready, more than ready, to start filing for your net 30 accounts. Have you been hearing the buzz about business credit or business funding? Do you want to start and build your business but have no idea where to start? Well, head over to josettefleury.net. Sign up to learn 3 secrets to building business credit so you may start building your business credit today. All right, so we're doing pretty well. So here it is. We're at the net 30, okay, which was step 6. So now step 7, get a business credit card or business line of credit. So now that you've started to build with the net 30 vendors, okay, and you start to generate a paydex score, then you are ready to start looking at business credit cards or business line of credit. Again, there are ways to do this. You can do it 2 ways, either PG or non-PG, but we will definitely talk about that further down the line because I know this is a very important topic for many people. However, today we're just talking about the 10 steps that you can use in order to build business credit fast. Number 8, borrow from lenders who report to business credit bureaus. That's very important. I mean, really, when you start to have these credit trade lines for business credit, you want to make sure that you know who they report to and also when they report to them, right? So that way you'll know exactly what it is to expect when you decide to apply and accept the approval, because guess what? They approve you and they give you a certain amount that they approve you for, but you also have to accept in return as well. And of course, purchase with them using that approval amount that they have given you. So you want to make sure that you understand exactly who they report to and when. Okay. So the 3 business bureaus are Duns and Bradstreet, Experian Business, and Equifax Business. So you want to make sure that, again, you find that out. Step number 9, keep business information current with the bureaus. You really need to be able to, if things change, like for example, if you started out with a home address, but you changed to a virtual address or vice versa, you want to keep up to date because you want the trade lines and the creditors to report to the correct name, correct business address, and the correct information that you have on file. So if your phone number changed address change, email change, anything that's changed, you want to make sure that the business credit bureaus have that up-to-date information. It is very important. And of course, number 10, last but not least, pay all of your business bills, loans back on time. Now, I have to be honest with you. I would recommend that you pay your bills early. Now, if you don't do it early, you could definitely do on time. Okay. It doesn't hurt to do that. But I just want you to know that right now is a good time for you to go through these steps so that way you can be able to do what you have to do. All right. And that you can be able to build your business credit fast. And it's so important that you do these things that are important, but not only important, but that you follow the step-by-step process. So we will talk more about other topics. As I mentioned, we will talk about what is business credit, why business credit is important, what are the benefits of business credit, what does business credit, how does it work? What is it? Why is there such a big buzz for business credit? So this is what I look forward to, as well as we will hear from others who are using business credit for different businesses that they actually have, and how they're scaling using business credit. So I just wanted to come here today just to give you this, guideline, if you will, the step-by-step guide. Also, I want to let you know if you're looking to, obtain business financing, have, some kind of way to get funding for your business, please definitely go to my website, securingmygems.com, and click on the mock-up that has the desktop in the middle of my Start Here homepage, and you will be able to book a consultation so that you can be able to apply for business funding. Okay, so do that, securingmygems.com, go to my homepage, and you will find the link that you need in order for you to book a consultation for that. Okay. And that's if you're looking to, of course, step into the business credit lines, business funding, business financing, which is actually one of the top 10 steps that I spoke to you about. Right. And so that's actually number 7, if you were paying attention. Okay. In addition to that, of course, that I'm always here for you, and please definitely leave a review and or reach out to me on social media, my Facebook group, my social media, Facebook group, Instagram. Okay, feel free to reach out to me so that way we can talk some more about this. But I want you to win, and I want you to win big. So please make sure that you have a business structure and that you have your business that is fundable, credible, and searchable. Actually, it's in this order. You want it to be credible, fundable, and searchable, right? And I think actually being searchable may have to come before even being fundable, because a lot of those creditors and lenders, they will check. Okay, they will check to see if they can find you right online. That's why it's important that you list your business and that your business can be found. Okay, so searchable is definitely key. But most importantly, you want to have business credibility, and you want to be able to have what is necessary for fundability. All right. So with that said, I will talk to you again, and we will continue this series. Okay, I'm calling it a series. We will continue this at another time next week. Talk to you soon. Have a good one. Thanks for listening to the Girls Get Fundable podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave us a review or a screenshot on Instagram while tagging us at Josette.IamSecuringMyGems.